Welcome to Follow the Money. I'm China Barachina. Here we uncover the stories and strategies of how money really moves. They say if a picture paints 1,000 words, then our guest today paints a picture of elegance, passion, and resilience. From the dazzling world of pageantry to the competitive runway of fashion, she's proven that beauty is only the beginning. Beyond the crown, she's designed her own path, turning creativity into cash flow and passion into profit. A beauty queen, a fashion designer, and now a woman building her own wealth story. Let's follow the money of Ericka Evangelista. Hi, Ericka.
Hi, China. Thank you so much for having me here today. It's such a wonderful time here always.
My guest today is really pretty. No, do you agree? So, in the beginning, Ericka, so you before pageantry, can you tell us how do you see money and earning money? What was your mindset back then?
Oh, mindset back then. Before kasi I started as in a corporate setting actually. I worked for 4 years, China. And then parang at that time, I always felt like, oh, parang there is always more. I started younger as an entrepreneur at 16. So I started selling like cookies and then clothes.
Who cooks the cookies? Who baked them?
Me then. So I would wake up very early. Tapos parang kukuha ko ng karton and then I'd sell it to college.
Oh, wow. Nice. Per box?
Per box, yeah. And then per pieces then also.
Oh,
yun.
Wow. So when you were competing naman as a beauty queen, how did the money factor in preparing for pageant? Was it a big challenge? Do you have to spend a lot, or did you save a lot for sponsorship? What was the money flow back then when you were in the pageant?
Oh my gosh. I was in my first year of legit business. That was my fashion house that time. And then because it was the pandemic, I actually got to save a lot from 2019, the first 6 months of our business. Tapos biglang 2020, everything put to halt. So, how would I say it? I was so just grateful na meron akong savings at that time because pageantry is really an investment, China. Like parang it's not cheap.
Oh yes,
so
yes,
parang
definitely.
It was quite expensive, but it was also an investment in itself because I feel like I've learned so much in terms of how to talk to people, how to like sit in a crowd, how to network properly.
I try to my best not to slouch right now because I'm thinking of all the things that you have undergone, and I don't want to be caught in that. Like the posture is like giving. So in terms of so you were how much were you spending, and were you getting like sponsorship back then? What was the the percentage? Like you have your savings from your business, and then you're spending for you have your clothes, you have your makeup. Like how do you balance those, like spending and like the income during that time?
Okay, at that time, I was just really fortunate enough that I saved a lot from the first 6 months of my business. But overall, I feel like I've spent 400,000 joining pageantry.
Wow, it's not a joke, huh?
It's no joke. It's like a down payment sa car. So I'm like, oh my gosh, when I was totaling it, wow, like that's how much you spend in pageantry. But at the same time, I think I had a few sponsorship because I was new. When I tried Miss Universe, I was flat out, magna-national pageant ako and I'll do Miss Universe. Parang ganon.
Oh, so you started like a local, how did you start your
pageant
journey?
journey.
Yeah, pageant journey, yeah.
So what happened was, initially, parang pipila ka kasi sa Miss Universe. May screening yan. So December pa lang, you have to submit parang your application, your essay, why do you want to be Miss Universe, ganyan.
But, before Miss Universe, you already have like the local
The
pageantry.
local.
What was your very first?
Local ones, matagal na talaga. I think I was a teenager pa.
You started as a teenager.
Yeah, so parang Miss Teen Earth, if you are familiar with that. So I underwent that. And then, oh my gosh, I remember I also joined 100 Cutest Faces, ganyan. All of that just when I was younger. But when I turned 25, that was the first national pageant I joined, Miss Universe agad.
And then were you saving, like were you earning back then when you're doing pageantry also? Do you have an income that you have saved from the local pageantries that you have
Ooh,
joined?
most likely from my own business talaga. As in,
Ah,
siya yung
wow,
nagpanganak
talagang.
ng parang dream ko in pageantry.
So
Yan.
pageantry is just a hobby talaga for you because you're earning something like on the side.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
does it has it given you an opportunity to like have multiple income stream because of the pageantry?
I
Can
think
you say that?
yes. For like vlogging, ganyan, also like influencing. So there are some opportunities there. But I think in terms of like profitability and
Yeah.
parang earnings,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
the business that gives it. Ayan.
I see. So many assume that pageants are only about glamour,
Mm-hmm.
diba? And can you share an unseen financial realities behind it besides the fact that it's really expensive? So that because probably a lot of people will think like, ah, may sponsors naman yan. But what is the reality behind the cash flow when you're joining pageants like this?
Oh my gosh. I think when you join pageantry, you always have to be prepared. Like prepared kasi parang ang dami talagang programs and you always have to know parang na you have your hair and makeup artist there, you have a stylist there. You also need to have someone who trains you, etc. So lahat yun actually, hindi mo siya mafo-foresee until you actually join the pageant. But pag umulit ka ulit, you have like a better guidance of what to expect. So when you come into pageantry, I would say you have to save up minimum 150,000 to 200,000. Kasi mine, I also did all of my gowns, like all of my gowns, my national costume, all of my runway outfits, yan, ginawa ko lahat. Kaya medyo minsan, mas mahal siya kasi mahal din magpatahi,
Yeah.
ganyan.
So if you don't have savings pala, it will be really like asking for sponsorships.
Yes. And it's difficult kasi parang iba-iba naman ng priorities yung
Yeah.
people and the
Yeah.
brands and also. And for me, parang I wanted to do pageantry in my own way. Parang I wanted to be true to myself, my identity, and my values. Kaya I was okay with just spending. Ayun. So I was like, okay,
Okay.
this is parang so I could represent the best way na I could of
Yeah.
myself. Ganyan. Nang parang I don't have to paano ba? Because this is what they want me to do. Ganyan, I have to do it.
You have
yun.
your own autonomy of what it is that you want to happen.
Yes.
But what was the turning point when you decided to turn that crown to couture? Like, when did you start doing the fashion? I think you said kanina, di ba, you already have savings in 2019 for 6 months. That's already about fashion. But when did you
Yes.
turn it to couture business?
Ooh, actually, initially, nauna talaga yung fashion design ko. But then, parang I was like, oh, pangarap ko rin talagang Miss Universe. So, why not do it at the same time?
Ginawa mo sabay.
Yes, so I did it at the same time, but both I tried. Ang nag-flourish talaga was the fashion business. Ayun. It really, but Miss Universe, I think, gave me a platform to share my story. That, you know, as a fashion designer, you can always create your own craft. You can start from scratch. You don't have to be from a rich family to be a fashion designer. So I loved sharing that yun in the Miss Universe platform.
What was the very first project that when you like starting this couture business? What was the very first? Did you launch it because a friend asked it? Because I have like one of my stylists actually, Paulo, was saying that it grew because of a friend that needs to be married and be, so he has a friend bride. But in your case, how did it start?
So in my case, cute though, kasi I was still working in corporate and I had a boss talaga, a girl boss. I really loved Maru. And then she told me na parang, oh, mag-fashion design ka, go for it. And then after taking fashion design, pinagawa niya ako ng isang yellow dress, yun. That was how it started and we started at 3,000 pesos. I remember correctly. That was how much House of Ericka started.
It's called House of Ericka. Yeah, who
Yes.
named it? Like,
We just rebranded it last year to House of Ericka, but it was Ericka Evangelista formerly, ayan.
the usual like name of the designer type of name. Like, yeah, but starting a business requires a capital. So you were joining Miss Universe. You're restarting again this business. How did you make sure that the cash flow between your business and the pageantry expense were not mixed up. How did you manage your finances in that way, like in your
Oh
venture?
my gosh, at that time, I was flowing. I feel like in different journeys kasi, it depends. Like sometimes you have the capacity to budget. At that time, during the pandemic, I was more of, okay, this is where I am right now. And then parang this is what I want to do. So let me just put some budget into it from my savings. Then after that, we actually planned to like do more civil wedding gowns kasi that was 2021. Yan.
And it's
Medyo-
faster turnover.
Yes, mas maliit kasi yung mga nire-require nilang gown. So we did that. We focused on that afterwards. Ayun.
So can you say this na your background in pageantry give you like an edge in networking also and attracting investors or clients?
I think yes, kasi iba yung if you know how confidence works. Or if you're confident with yourself and with your craft, it's so easy to sell to other people. Parang makikita din nila yung value because you feel confident in
Have
it.
you felt the difference before the pageantry, nung you're doing your business and now that you're like in the national competition? Have you felt it and you've seen the difference in terms of confidence level?
Yes, parang I feel like mas may presence ka. How you speak, you don't rush. You actually listen more and then parang when you share, hindi lang just because you wanna share words.
Yeah.
It's because you wanna say something. Iba yun eh. Magkaiba yung parang share ka lang ng share. Ganon.
And when it comes to like the toughest financial risk that you took on this business, what was it and how did it pay off?
The biggest financial risk in my business is actually moving to BGC. So
Because it's a prime location.
yes. And then before that, we were initially in Pasig. So imagine the jump from a Pasig
Oh, yeah.
fashion house to a BGC
Come to
fashion
think
house.
of it, it's just a bridge,
Wow.
Brixton Bridge, diba?
Yes.
From Pasig to BGC. But I'll talk about that more. But we're just warming up. Follow the Money returns after a short break. Welcome back to Follow the Money. Still with us is Ericka Evangelista, fashion designer and entrepreneur. So, Ericka, in fashion, trends change fast. How do you balance your creativity with making sure that you're profitable?
Oh, I feel like as a fashion house, we actually don't go with trends. We go with what will actually support our clients. So if you look us up at Instagram, TikTok, etc., we really value wear something that is really you. That's our tagline. So parang it's based on you, anong bagay sa'yo, anong bagay sa shape mo, what color ba talaga. So I feel like we never really go out of style and we focus more on what value we give to our clients, and that in turn gives us more profit kasi it's more personal,
Yeah.
more intentional to them. Yun.
And when it comes to like knowing what fits to your client, say for example, do you have to like talk to them with their style or in the body frame? Like for example, in my body frame, I know that I need soft na tela than the tailored one. So how do you identify that like when it comes to like di ba may tinatawag tayo ng mga body types?
Body
Yeah.
types, yes. Actually, we have, and na-summarize namin siya into just two things. So, it's the rule of two triangles, ayan. So, the rule of two triangles states na dapat your shoulders always look broad pababa, and your hips always look full. So, whatever body shape na you have, you always just make sure na parang laging mas malaki yung shoulder mo, and then mas malaki tignan yung hips mo. So, you add either...
The hourglass rule, parang ganon.
Yes. And then, for example, for you, di ba? I feel like meron pa tayong extend sa shoulders mo. So, kaya ka madalas nagsisleeve feeling ko.
Yeah.
Yan. Bagay ka sa mga off-shoulder, mga
Are you like the
pa-V-neck.
padded ones? Like
Like the sun?
Yeah, yung mga ganyan. So, ang galing naman. So, you get to like know and then suggest it to your clients. Sige.
Yes. And we make it very personal. Like, from there, pati colors, pati other shapes. Kaya it's a continuous order usually. Like, hindi lang siya one. Kasi once they get to see na, shucks, this works, I wanna see what other else works for
Oh,
us yun.
nice. It's nice. So, punta naman tayo sa money mindset. Like, growing up, what was your relationship with money before you, like, think na, okay, this, I can sell cookies. From the time that I can have a breakthrough out of this. Like, and what was your money mindset before?
Before, oh my gosh, before I felt like I had parang a
Limited.
limited idea of money. Kasi we grew up, I think we were stable, like a middle income family, ganyan. But because my parents always invested in land, parang sobrang
Real estate business.
real
Ang
estate.
investment nila. Yeah.
Yes, so mahilig silang magtipid sa mga bakasyon, di kami kumakain sa labas, ganyan.
May
So,
delayed gratification.
oh, very basic stuff. So I grew up na parang hindi ganun kaganda yung stuff ko, ganyan. And then parang it always felt like parang splurge yung mga bagay na yon. So when I handled money the first time, I remember in my early 20s, para ako nag-heal ng inner child na parang,
Oh, wow.
bilhin natin to kasi dati hindi natin siya nabibili.
Kasi there was a feeling of deprivation in a way.
Yes, na parang na-limit ka when you were younger.
And then how did it change? Like, how did it stop? Na, okay, enough na. Like, I'm healed.
I feel like spending it and buying it doesn't actually stop or parang heal your inner child. It's more of like knowing, for me, how it stopped was knowing what do I really want to do with my life.
Yeah.
Like, what is the work I really want done. So parang when I found fashion design, I felt more intentional with my work. Pangalawa, parang when you do what you love, parang money goes and flows to you. So
yeah.
parang doon ko nakita na, oh shucks, hindi pala limited ang pera. Like parang there's so many resources open for us to actually use.
Yeah.
But then sometimes we just get stuck na parang, oh, ito lang kasi yung nakikita kong opportunity right
Yeah.
now. But when you look left and right, there's always a
Marami
lot of
pala.
opportunities.
The world is your
Marami.
oyster, ika nga, diba? But
Totoo.
when it comes to like, how do you see money more now? Is it as a tool for freedom or reinvestment or a legacy to build?
Right now, parang in my journey, in my money journey right now, I feel like my money is for reinvestment. Ayan. Kasi parang we're looking really towards to, okay, how can we grow the business more? How can we expand better? We're developing more people, ganyan. We're hiring better talent.
Which will have a byproduct of building your legacy, diba? The empire that you're
Yes.
building. What's your philosophy, Ericka, when it comes to like spending versus saving?
Ooh, oh my gosh. I always try my best to, may may budget na talaga.
Do you
Parang-
use an Excel sheet?
Parang right now, I use an app.
An app, okay.
An app, yes.
Oh,
Parang
yeah.
I monitor my income and then yung outcome, yung lumalabas
Anong
na.
app yan?
Spending app, I think. I don't know if you have heard of
Yeah,
this.
I've seen one. I just kind of suggested a more geeky one, which is Excel.
No, I used to do Excel.
Okay.
But then I forget and then nakakatulugan mo sa gabi.
Yeah, yeah.
So nagpa-pile up. But yun kasi parang you just put it in every time you eat, kanyan. So when I do like manage my finances, nagtatabi na talaga ako ng parang fun na money. So I have one ATM na parang whatever I wanna eat, I just put there, ganyan. And then I also have my own bank account for yung mga binabayaran namin. So it's separate.
For the operational expenses.
Yes,
yeah.
even for my personal expenses,
And your
meron
personal
din.
expenses. Ah,
Yun.
okay.
So, separate ko na siya para hindi mo siya natatouch. Kasi
Who
pag,
taught you that system?
Ganon.
Because that is a system actually.
how did I learn it? I feel like it was a trial and error. I was trying to find how I can manage my money better. And then before, I felt so guilty using like credit cards, kahit kailangan mo naman siyang iswipe.
Without monitoring.
Yeah, so I had to monitor it, budget it, and then hiwalay.
Nice. It's very nice. There's a book that's called, it's from T. Harv Eker, the 7 jars or 5 jars. So you separate these accounts if you want to purchase like a long-term purchase, if you want to like invest a percentage in the education. So you will continue building without being deprived of like splurging a bit because you work hard for that money, diba?
Agree.
Thinking about all of these things, what mistake have taught you the biggest lesson?
I feel like one of my biggest mistakes growing up, and I think I stumbled 3 times bago ako natuto.
You have to run again like 3 times like para
mag-register siya.
Yeah.
And sometimes ganun talaga in life. But parang I feel like meron ako before tendency na parang when things are really going so well, oh my gosh, you spend talaga. Kasi parang, ano ko siya, nakikita ko naman.
It's a feel good, it's a dopamine, diba? It's a feel good, parang magbibigay siya ng feel good, diba? Na parang addicting siya.
Tsaka feeling mo parang dami mong nakukuha.
Yeah.
But then parang after the high of ang dami mong pera, tas kinastos mo siya, nandun naman yung low na parang the anxiety of parang hindi na siya the same, ganon. So after that, I've learned to really save up and only buy necessary things. Parang when I became more financially stable, parang hindi na masyado nababawasan yung pera sa bank account ko. Sabi ko, parang ayaw mo na pala talaga siyang bumaba.
Meron ka ng level that they say that's like your wallet psychology increased. So if it goes down to that level, natatense ka na. I mean, it has to be like at that point. So in terms of that, like how do you decide when to splurge naman? And because you have shows, you meet people, and then you have marketing, and then versus like to stay lean on the budget that you have.
I feel like I splurge on the things that, number one, I feel would create more business for us. So one of my biggest splurge, I think, in my lifetime is our new office. So,
in VGC.
Yes. So that's a new thing that we're building, but it's still on the builds. But we're so excited to share it. So that's one of our biggest splurge. But I no longer splurge on, I would say, unnecessary stuff. Like parang things I just like, pero meron naman na ako sa bahay, ganyan. Parang kapag feeling ko, hindi ko na talaga siya kailangan, meron naman na akong gagamitin, I no longer buy it. Wala nang impulsivity na parang, bili tayo.
Nadaanan mo na siya.
Yes! Graduate na.
Before we go to rapid fire, I want to ask you this. Like, how do you measure success? Not just in pesos, like but in purpose that you're bringing to what you're building right now?
I feel like success for me is sleeping peacefully at night, knowing na wala kang tinapakang tao. Yeah, that is success for me. Pangalawa is knowing that you have helped other people, that is your team, they're doing well because you have actually given them enough livelihood to actually live with.
Yeah.
Having a great relationship with my family and friends, having that community, having a relationship with God for me is number one also for success. And then last, I think it's the ability to be able to dream bigger. Yung parang hindi ka na nag-iisip na, ito lang yung laman ng bank account ko, so hindi na ako mangangarap. But meron ka ng ability na, okay, open na lahat because wala, nandun ka na sa point na yun.
Nice, very nice. Like you're literally beauty and brains. So let's go to rapid fire. So so no explanation. First big splurge after your crown.
First big splurge after my crown. Oh my gosh, maybe a Harlan and Holden shoe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Eto na. So you said shoes, heels, or handbags. Where do you spend more?
Right now, heels.
Is your closet an asset or an expense?
I would say an asset.
Okay. More exciting, closing a deal or walking a runway?
Closing a deal.
Would you rather have 10 million cash or 10 lifetime loyal clients?
10 lifetime loyal clients.
Nice. So in fashion show, is it budget or trouble budget?
Budget or fashion show budget. Tama.
Okay, yeah.
Fashion show budget. Yes,
so
yes.
Bitcoin or Birkin?
Birkin!
Okay, you're still a girl. One time you'll never spend money on. One item you'll never spend money on.
Crocs.
Me too! Wait, sorry. It's not hate. It's just preference. One financial habit you're most proud of.
Saving 20,000 for investment every month.
Oh, nice. What's wealth to you in one word?
Wealth to me is peace.
Nice. So complete this sentence. This is a traditional question that we ask our audience, our guests. Money follows you
When you do what you love to do.
and finally, money is the root of all blank for you.
Money is the root of all blessings for me.
Thank you so much, Ericka! Talagang train siya to a beauty queen answer, di ba?
Thank you so much,
Thank
China.
you, thank you, Ericka, fashion designer and entrepreneur, for your insights today. Every chance to succeed comes and goes, and sometimes it's all about catching the right one. As Richard Branson once said, business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. If beauty is what first captures the eye, it is the brains that sustain the vision. And in Ericka's story, we see how both can work together. Where the grace of a crown meets the grit of capital, her journey reminds us that the elegance without discipline is fleeting. But when passion is paired with purpose, beauty becomes a business, and dreams are designed into destiny. I'm China Barachina. As always, I say stay curious, stay sharp, and always follow the money.